I'll make the arena first.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, it says you're streaming.
I am streaming.
Oh, and oh my gosh, you called it pogcast? I guess since you named it that, I can't change it. That's what
it is literally in the footage for the thing. Although, actually, I can send you the footage without my big head in the way. I think that can be arranged.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, let me see.
Anyway, so let's see here. I wrote some potential topics that we could podcast about.
Great. Perfectly fine. What is it? Oh god, I
Yeah.
don't think my... Yeah.
Well, the first thing I have up here, kind of controversial, is the whole, Smash controversy.
The Smash controversy? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about all I had on my mind lately because I've just been reading so much Twitter polls and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I have at least somewhat of knowledge in that department.
Yeah. I mean, that was just the first thing that I came up with that we could talk about, because it's, kind of related to what we're doing, which is playing Smash Brothers.
I mean, would you look at that? Alright, I created the arena.
I mean, I don't know if we have to talk about just one topic for the whole podcast.
Yeah, I do not think we will be able to talk about the entire a singular subject in the entire podcast.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, found your arena, by the way.
Hey, I did too.
It says to voice chat, you'll need the Nintendo Switch Online app. Press X to doubt.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, look who's here. It's me. Anyway.
Jeez. Oh my god. All right. So what was do you have a specific detail about the Smash controversy stuff or no?
I mean, let's see here. I mean, I don't really have a specific detail about it, but I mean, I don't know. I just kind of wrote it down. I do know it's a major thing though.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, what was it? So many people feel betrayed by their fellow Smash people. So many people lost their friends. I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure that's the worst part about it.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst part. The victims, what is it?
Yeah.
There's pedophiles out there.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, are there any more pedophiles or any more predatory people?
Yeah, I think I read on Reddit there were 50 allegations, which is wow, okay. And why are they all just in the Smash community? What the heck?
I feel like there could be more, but I'm pretty sure just since people in the Smash community have been talking about it, more people are just in the Smash community feel like talking about it. I feel like that's just it. Mm-hmm. I feel like there definitely is more. Did you just... Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I get what you mean.
But yeah, because, there's so many children's competitive gaming communities out there, where it's obviously there's just gotta be more, predatorial people out there.
Yeah, I mean, they always advertise, Smash as, fun for the whole family, which it is. But, obviously you're just gonna have people that are, 30 or something, with people who are maybe, 10 or something, if they're really good.
Yeah, the competitive Pokemon community, I could definitely see people in the competitive Pokemon community potentially being, predatory, or, pedophiles and all that stuff.
Although maybe a little bit less, because Pokemon more, revolves around kind of, little strategy, It's more kind of a slower thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh god, okay. Yeah, wouldn't it just be a surprise? Actually, it would not be a surprise if everyone was, if all communities had at least some pedophilia stuff in there.
I wonder why everyone at once just decided to, come out at the time that they did,
I think it's just, one person did, and it was oh, this person's doing it? Well, I got a story for them. It's oh, they're not the only one out there. It just...
Yeah, and then they realized that there were, a lot of people that happened to.
It's people are getting more courage to speak up about what's happening based on...
which is good, they should, speak up about it.
Yeah, Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I feel like the most surprising instance of seeing someone as a pedophile or predatory in the past was like Zero. Like honestly, I had no I thought he was actually a more good-spirited kind of guy,
Yeah,
but
I guess you could say you had zero idea.
I guess you could say yeah, yeah. It was like he's always like talking about, oh, I have such a bad backstory, I have such a bad childhood and all that stuff, and then like you never expect him to be the bad guy, you know? I mean, actually,
like I never really watched it, like channels or like followed competitive Smash of the people who were like alligated, or if that's the right word. But I know you like watched like maybe Zero and maybe a few others, but I know you didn't watch Zero that much, just a little bit.
yeah, like I wasn't like a hardcore Zero fan.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are really like that into like the competitive whole Smash thing.
Yeah, I'm not like
So we
into
didn't
it.
really
Like
know a whole lot of people there.
Like I've never wanted to like join the I've never wanted to join the competitive Smash community. But like I say like maybe in the first few months of like Smash Ultimate, I was keeping track of like what were people thinking were the best characters. Obviously, I only went like Piranha Plant. Like I never really cared about that stuff, but like you know.
Yeah, I always thought competitive Smash would be kind of fun. You know.
Yeah, I always thought it was a cool thing and all, like playing a game for fun, and I was like pretty good at Smash, so like that was just up there. And like, what was it? Yeah, like I feel like if there's any game that I could go competitive with, it was Smash. But like, I don't know. I think like I don't really want to do that anymore. Obviously, like. Just it's always like you hear of so many people that are just bad in the community, but it's like now it's like wow, there was a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, so I have a podcast question for you. Do you think like the whole controversy ruins the competitive Smash experience?
I feel like it won't like ruin it, I guess, like because I'm not in the kind of people who are like I'm gonna
like,
change my mind about this person or this community because like so many people did that. Like I'm kind of hard to change. Like yeah, sure, I don't watch like I'm not gonna watch Zero anymore. I'm not gonna watch Nairo or Keitaro or all those people. Like it's not like I'm not gonna support them obviously because like they did bad things.
You got that. But yeah.
But it's like the Smash community as a whole. Like there are at least some good people out there.
Yeah, like they're definitely not like. Not everyone in there is bad, you know. Oh,
yeah, and it's like I don't. It's not. It's like I never really cared about the people. It's like I like the game, so it's like seeing the game being played was all that it was for me.
It's kind of really too bad that there's a lot of hype and love for the game, and like this all happened on like a field of a really good game, like too bad.
Yeah, like. Yeah, it could have been Mario Kart. Oh, I mean, Mario Kart's a pretty good game as well, but I mean, like, you understand my point. It could have been Fortnite,
It could have at least been a mediocre game, like Mario Tennis Aces, but like, it had to be this game. Like, pretty much literally the video game crossover of the lifetime,
Yeah.
It's literally just the video game.
The Infinity War of gaming.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, if you showed someone what the 2010s video game era was like, then you would show them Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh my gosh, it's all bombs. Always has been. Oh no, heck.
Yeah, you're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, there's the whole thing of like the apologies of those people,
Yeah, I never really just seeing the apologies, like, oh yeah. Obviously, they're gonna make an apology. They don't want. Like they don't want to just ignore everything and just have all the work just be completely tarnished.
Yeah, but like I don't necessarily feel like they should ever be completely forgiven because of the stuff that they did.
Yeah, I definitely think that. Obviously, like
you can't just say sorry. Like that's like serious stuff.
Yeah, it's like some people are obviously like
Some people.
Time to get off.
Oh, well, I gotta go.
My friends!
Oh, sorry. That must have been a short podcast.
So wait, okay, what were we talking about last time? I kind of forgot.
We were talking about the Smash controversy, and I think the specific thing we were talking about there was, it was something like, actually I don't remember. Can you pull it up?
Okay.
I remember it was like.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh yes. Oh, someone's at my door. Hang on.
Okay.
Wait, Tobin, I'm still conflicted. Do you want me to talk or do you not want me to talk?
You can do whatever you want. You don't have to talk.
Okay.
I'm just gonna practice combos on Nathan, you know? Yes, I got him! I killed him, yeah!
Someone was at my door. How dare you kill me?
I was practicing combos, okay?
This is my cousin, and she needed her medicine. She's very sick. She's almost dead. She is dead. We're burying her right now.
That's a roller coaster of emotions if I've ever seen one.
Oh, are you still...
That was a short funeral. Anyway.
Anyway, I'm back for more.
Oh no, it's like that meme that's like, oh no, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, so what were we talking about relating to the Smash controversy specifically?
Oh god, I'm thinking about it. God. We talked about Zero and all that part of it.
Okay.
I still think it's crazy how Zero was actually a bad guy. I'm confused. I mean, like, I believe.
Yeah, like, I don't know how I would feel if someone that I watched, just turned out to be like, not like a pedophile or something like that.
Yeah. Like I watch like Nairo occasionally, but like, and I didn't watch Keitaro or Anti. I think.
Wait, Nairo's part of this?
Yeah, he's like one of the big subjects, I think.
Wait, really? I mean, I never really watched him, but I watched some of his random videos. Oh my gosh, Ashlyn, I thought you were dead.
Get back in the graveyard now.
Man, this is a great podcast so far.
Yeah, yeah, like, oh jeez. Like, I mean, Nairo, I knew nothing really about Nairo besides the fact that he played Smash. So like.
Yeah, I never really like watched Nairo that much, but I watched like a few videos about him and stuff. Like, I mean, not like it wasn't even commentator or anything, but he just made some random Smash videos. Like, what move has like the highest hit power or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a competitive player or anything like.
Oh yeah, he is. He's like been in the PGR for like a while. Also, that's what I'm thinking about as well.
He's another person, but I'm pretty sure I know who he is.
Are they gonna like just? I've been wondering like, are they gonna get like what are they gonna do about the PGR ratings for the competitive people? Are they just gonna like completely kick him out of there? Which I feel like is appropriate. But like,
I
is
don't
that
really
gonna
know
be?
what you're talking about with like what is PGR?
It's like basically assigning a number value to the positions of how good players are. Like, you got the best player in the world is going to be number 1 on the PGR.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, yeah, stuff like that.
So, are you saying, like, how are their PGR ratings going to be affected based on this?
Yeah, because I don't know that. I feel like they would just completely get rid of the option to compete ever again, but, like, I don't know. Like, Zero or something...
I thought what was going to happen is they would keep those scores the same, but they would disqualify him so they didn't count.
Yeah. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused how their jobs are going to be changing. After the stuff that's happened, after the incidents that's been happening, I'm just wondering how everything gets changed. Is it gonna be like no one's gonna be doing the same job ever again? Like no one's gonna be a content creator, stuff like that. Cause like I heard Zero saying that he made a tweet or something that said that he was going to just like basically go to therapy and eventually bring content back. I feel like that's what everyone wants to do, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you can't just like. I feel like that would like take a while, you know.
It definitely would.
Like, yeah, like I feel like before you bring content back, you should probably think about it first and like think about what you're doing.
Yeah. That's definitely something. Because, like, obviously I don't expect everyone to just completely get out of the womb and just have everyone's trust. But for some reason,
Yeah,
Zero
like,
just
honestly,
has so many people
did some
trusting
weird
him.
stuff, you know?
Like, so
Yeah.
many people still think of Zero as a good guy, like, after all the things that he's been accused of. Like, completely
Yeah, I mean,
lying
I don't
about, like, just completely lying, basically. Saying that he did not do any such acts against people under 15.
Yeah, wait, I don't exactly know, like, the degree of badness that he did. Like, what
I don't
exactly
either.
did he do?
I don't know
It
exactly.
Like,
I-
you don't have to say exactly, but, like, I don't know how bad it was. Like,
He was pretty much accused of flirting with a minor and showing a minor inappropriate content.
like, willfully?
Yeah, like on purpose. Like,
No,
Yeah.
like, I know it was on purpose, but I mean, like, was it, like, consented or whatever?
No.
No, it was not.
Okay, then that's bad.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's alleged. I haven't really been too into the situation, so I don't know if it's the truth, but
Yeah, I don't know like all the exact specifications of what's been happening, like on like what everyone's incidents are. But I have been reading the absolute shoot out of what's been happening here, like on Twitter and stuff. All the talk. I've just been reading all the toxicity and all that stuff happening around the community.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Yeah,
I just eat that stuff up. It's so fun.
Yeah.
But obviously, I respect all the victims and all that stuff. Like, it's not like
Mhm.
You know,
any...
like, props to them for coming out.
Yeah. Because like, I don't know. I feel like
At least the good thing about all of this is that the Smash community, like, it won't have the pedophiles anymore. Even when you didn't know they were there.
I mean,
you know, like-
actually, I do not think that's going to be the case. I feel like the Smash community is just very toxic as a whole. It always has been. But like, I feel like
that's
there's
a fair
definitely
point.
there's
I
definitely
just meant,
pedophiles
like,
still
the
lurking
ones that
there,
were-
and like,
Yeah, there's
Just-
going to be a lot of bad people still in it, but I doubt that it's going to be like people are probably going to get scared from this and probably not do bad things. If you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
yeah.
I mean, like, what I mean is, like, I know they're not, like, all gone, but I just mean at least the people that were accused. Like, obviously, they're not going to be, like, on the competitive scene that much anymore, you know?
Yeah, and I do not want
I-
them
I
to be in
don't
the
think we need
competitive
that
scene
much.
still.
Just, like, ever.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
know how like, also, what about cancel culture? Because that's basically what's going to happen to most of these people. They're going to get completely canceled, not going to be able to have any jobs. That's what people want, and that's kind of like what the situation is, and what it's calling for. Like, just people being canceled. I would like to know everyone's opinion on that.
Yeah, like, I mean, I would feel bad if they weren't able to get, like, a job anywhere, but I feel like, you know, they could get, like, a job that's not, like, the stuff that
Well, if they wanted a job, then they probably wouldn't have done this. So I
Yeah,
don't really...
you know, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
like-
fair.
My opinion is, like, I'm against cancel culture, but it does not mean that, like,
It doesn't mean that people don't deserve it. It just means that it's not a good way of going throughout it. In my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like jail
Like, it's
time
not
is
like they-
definitely
Like,
sufficient.
it's not like they should be forgiven over it
I was
completely or
that.
anything. Just, like, you know. Like,
Yeah, like,
you know.
I know it's like, what is it? If some rapist is at Chuck E. Cheese and he rapes someone at Chuck E. Cheese, just as an example, no one's gonna want to hire him at Chuck E. Cheese ever again. Like, I feel like that's
what I'm saying.
something, but like, that does not like disregard them for ever going to a pizza restaurant ever again. Like, I feel like that's a pretty big argument actually, because what is it like?
Yeah, that's a really good analogy. Actually, it's really simple.
Yeah, because I feel like people who compete like that was literally their goal since since they were a child, like since they were very young. Like that's what most of the people that's pretty much all of their experience has been just competing for Smash Brothers, and I feel like getting that entire part of their life is going to be just, I don't know, that's gonna push people. That's gonna push all the bad people to like doing something probably worse. I don't know, like that's what I think. Like if I were working in, like if I were in the same scenario as them, and like my job is completely ruined, and literally what I've been living for the past like lifetime that I've been playing Smash, like if that was just taken away from me all in an instance, and I can never get that back, I feel like I would do some horrendous stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of
Or I
feel
would
like
at least have that mentality.
I do get what you mean, and yeah, but I do feel like they kind of did just kind of make the decision to do that bad thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like they kind of weren't like aware of the consequences.
Like I don't like pay too much attention to like cancel culture as a whole, obviously. But I do
I
feel
didn't
like
even know what cancel culture was.
it's like basically you just can't you're not allowed to get a job, or like you're not like all your clout and all your internet stuff is just always gone. Like you mean nothing anymore, basically. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like if they weren't canceled, they'd just be labeled as like a controversial public figure.
Yeah, and that's what I think is probably the better choice, or like that's what I agree on. I'm not saying there is a better choice in this scenario. I'm saying that like that's what I think.
Wait, which one?
The bad public figure or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you meant. I was, you know, I just wasn't sure because I like said both of them.
Yeah, cause like what is it? There was a point I was gonna make. If you just don't let them do, like, if you completely they disregard the fact that, like, I mean, just what is it? Like what you were saying earlier. They did, like, they wouldn't have done that bad thing if they. If you can like fill in the blanks for me, I don't really know. It was something you said a while back.
Oh, I was saying like I was just saying that they didn't really like think about the consequences of their career when they did that action.
Yeah, like
I'm assuming they were aware of the consequences, but they just didn't care in the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that if they didn't have that job, they should have done it anyway. I'm saying that's still a bad thing to do anyway, regardless of the consequences. You know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because it's like, what is it? They, most of the instances, or like all the pedophilic people were under the influence of alcohol, as I've heard. And like that was the like the what is it called? The tournament people put alcohol in that tournament place. Like it was a part of the place. Like it was just there. So I feel like obviously that does not completely disregard their like point or anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, were they aware that it was alcohol? Like, did they drink it on purpose?
Yes. I'm not talking about the victims. I'm talking about the professional Smash players that did the thing. Like
No,
they
yeah,
were.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, you know, like, I mean, if they knew they were drinking alcohol and they, you know, did that on purpose and then did a thing because they were drinking alcohol, you know, it's still kind of on them, you know?
Yeah, like
Because, you know, it's still them who drunk the alcohol on purpose.
'cause that's like what I'm thinking. Like that's like the same argument as saying that drunk driving is bad. Obviously, because like it is bad. And it does get people. It makes
Like,
you.
it's not the car's fault.
Yeah, but
you
it's
know,
like,
it's like
that does not mean you ban alcohol in every public joint, because there's always going to be something bad that can happen.
yeah, exactly. It is their choice to drink the
if you
alcohol.
know you're gonna drive, then don't drink.
Exactly, yeah.
So I feel like that can also apply in this scenario. If you knew you were gonna abuse people, you probably
I
shouldn't.
feel like people don't always have that on their mind,
Yeah, I mean,
though.
in this case, you shouldn't have even driven anyway. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, okay. Like it's like if they have that stuff there, and it's like you're not like, if you're a competitive smasher, you're not banned from any right of drinking alcohol at that place, which is like
Right.
which is not how driving is. If you're gonna drive, then you just can't. It is against the law to drink alcohol. But that is not the case in places like a Smash competitive tournament. So like. It definitely does make them not be able to assess all of the situations out there.
Yeah, but they do kind of take that risk when they drink in the first place.
Yeah, but like that could be said anywhere. And and tons of people do get raped everywhere, like at parties and all that stuff. And like no one really thinks too much about parties because like the parties. I don't know. Like
Yeah, usually they're not serious on what's like going on now.
yeah, like no one really like says you have to ban alcohol at parties, which is like so. And like people are thinking about that at Smash tournaments, where it's like obviously it should be banned at parties. Like I mean not at parties, at Smash tournaments. Like yeah. God.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I just want to just thoughts I had. The alcohol situation with it and like getting all the safe areas. Like I think actually what differentiates this situation from a regular house party and the likelihood of being like raped is that these are children. They're way more vulnerable because like usually when people are getting raped, like all of them are old adults for the most part. Like all of them are the same age.
Children can't defend themselves or anything.
Usually
not.
That's like why they should not have alcohol because I definitely feel they should definitely ban alcohol.
At the Smash tournaments, yeah.
Yes, at the Smash tournaments, alcohol is probably
Mostly
not.
because there are children at the Smash tournaments, so why would you like have alcohol?
Yeah.
But also, it's like a Nintendo thing, and I don't feel like they would really endorse that.
Yeah, Nintendo is literally the most family friendly out of the 3 big video game companies, so why would they do that?
Yeah. But Nintendo does not really care about any of the competitive scene. Like they just don't help out the competitive scene in any regard either. So it's like
yeah, I've heard. Yeah, Nintendo doesn't really like care that much about the Smash competitive community itself, even though it makes the game.
Yeah, it makes part of the game. Like I feel like it definitely is a more casual oriented game. So I don't really care about Nintendo sponsoring like tournaments to host Smash and stuff.
Oh, I faced the wrong way. Dang, why is everyone picking on me this match?
Okay, I don't know. I'm not really thinking much. Okay. Also, do you guys think, just on a completely different note, what do you guys think about Nintendo not supporting Smash competitive? Like,
I sort of agree with it because it's not. I mean, of course, they made the game with like competition in mind, but I don't think they made the game with the kind of like.
Yeah, like just the kind of competition.
Like Mario Kart doesn't have like a huge competitive scene, Like they wouldn't be prepared if suddenly like there was like a huge Mario Kart association.
Yeah.
I did only think the Nintendo company like was involved with it, but I guess they weren't. So to me, it just kind of seemed like they were just saying that because of all the bad stuff that happened that they weren't involved with it. But I guess they weren't in the first place,
Yeah. They just are not involved with any of the competitive Smash scene.
Yeah, I mean, like, I do kind of see it as a good move on their part because, like, whatever happens there, it's not really them. It's just kind of related to a game that they made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then again, it also is kind of like, well, I mean, it is kind of supposed to, like, represent your game, and, they don't really have a part in it. So that's kind of the other side of it, They don't really have a say in the kind of stuff that goes on.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I've been like on the edge of like what side do I really want them to? Because it's like, what is it? They like have competitive Mario Wii tournaments, so I'm kind of confused on all the situation. And Nintendo obviously doesn't sponsor that stuff.
Yeah.
But people still do it. And like. I don't know. I don't like because I think what Nintendo does, they just do everything for getting the for getting more people to download their game, buy their game and stuff. And I feel like it's not really that good. I mean, I think it's not that much of a good strategy to really invest in the Smash competitive scene because you are devoting a lot of money, a lot of company money to do that all over. Not just the nation, but the world.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it would seem kind of weird, that the huge company that literally like made the game that they're all playing has no part in that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's
because that's
the
what
flip
happens
side of the
with.
thing.
That's what happens with League of Legends and all that stuff. All the big stuff. The actual companies behind the game created, like, they invest their own money as well. So it is kind of strange.
I mean,
but I feel
sometimes
like-
they do host online tournaments, though, right?
Yeah. Well, like Nintendo doesn't do the online tournaments. Like they do the what is it? This like the small stuff, but that's like the ones that you see when you go online. But those aren't really like those are not competitive online tournaments. They're just casual.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, and I don't feel like literally all of the actual competitive tournaments so far that have been counted for PGR and stuff like that are all not funded by Nintendo. So yeah, and they usually are, or at least to somewhat of a degree, for other companies. So it's like, while it is weird, but like it could be any. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to think of what I'm saying, really.
Yeah. So we were talking about the Smash controversy, and then we were talking about like the alcohol at like the Smash competitions, and then we're talking about like Nintendo's involvement with the Smash competitions.
Yeah.
What should we just? Yeah.
I don't know. You said you had notes last time. Do you have any
Oh
other
yeah,
ones
actually, I
besides?
did, for potential topics.
Yeah, because I feel like we just completely sucked the Smash one dry.
Yeah, I do feel like we had a good conversation about that though.
Yeah.
Did you remember to record it this time though? Is the thing.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, Tobin.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my potential ideas for the podcast.
All right. So, airline food, huh?
Oh yeah. What's the matter with that? Oh wait. How do you feel about what is it? The the big what is it? Millionaires and such like trying to get school to open up.
By millionaires, you mean Trump?
Yeah, but no, I've seen other big public figures
Okay, I'm back.
just try it as well.
Oh, what were you guys talking about?
I personally, I do want school open, but I don't agree that this is the right time for it.
Oh, that's actually a good topic, man. I didn't even need my notes.
Like so. I don't know if you guys knew, but there were around 53,000 new corona cases in.
Yeah. I saw something about that.
And then and the thing with the president of the United States, his argument was there's schools in like Sweden and Poland, but the thing with Sweden and Poland was there's only like 200 or 300.
Yeah. I think I saw that exact thing.
They already did their thing.
Yeah.
They already did their thing to prevent the virus, and we really haven't.
Yeah, because because they haven't started mandating the stuff soon enough. Like they're mandating it now, but they haven't really been enforcing it per se. Like it's public law, but the thing with people are considering it law if they get caught.
To be fair, there is this whole thing like against the law system.
Yeah, well, there always has been, and like.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the protests and stuff.
But when people like ignore the important stuff, like wear your mask, please.
Yeah, like they're basically saying it's my right not to wear a mask, but like they're the ones who are gonna like get sick and stuff,
Yeah, like.
Yeah. And as much as I want to say, oh, then you can get sick because it's your right. To get sick.
Technically,
Like that happened. That's what happened, and now there are 35,000 more.
Yeah, because as much as you want to say, like, oh yeah, it's also your right to get sick.
Yeah, but then the mask also like is supposed to protect like other people from getting your germs, and they're not really doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's a lot of people going to Florida, and I don't know why, because Florida is one of the biggest cases. Like my sister
just
she was like, Florida next week, and I was like, you can't. What? There's a pandemic going on.
Yeah,
So-
like
Yeah.
opening up beaches and all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like all
Yeah.
this stuff would go by like real fast if people would just like wear the mask and do stuff that they're supposed to do, and then like it would all go away, and then you don't have to do that anymore. But they're just making it longer.
Yeah. I don't
The thing
understand what all the mentality is. Like I don't understand what's going through people's head. But I feel like that's just mutual throughout everyone. Like it's like, oh wow. But yeah, I don't think school should open up. Or I mean, I do not think they should open up now. I think they are definitely a necessity. Cause like I kind of had this conversation with my mom but like it's like what is it, public, or like I'm not that, like, as me and probably other people that aren't that smart, like I don't know, I'm not that good at learning when it's like online and stuff, cause like online learning which is what
is that a lot of it is like really easy because like you can just like look a lot of this stuff up. Like, not that it's against the rules or anything, it's just kind of easier to do.
Yeah, but like I think they're gonna have more stricter policies. Oh, nice! Wow. I can't tell if that poked through my shield, but I really hope it did, just so I could scream on Twitter or whatever.
That was kind of fun.
It was. But yeah, like I think they're definitely gonna have more stricter rules if they, because there is like you can either choose to go online or in person as of right now, and obviously I think they should just. I feel like
it's in person. I heard they're gonna like kind of regulate it, so you only go
yeah.
every
I heard
other
that
day,
too.
or they like space people out and you eat lunch in your class or whatever.
Yeah.
It was kind
Um,
of ironic because this past year they were talking about having like a huge mega lunch, so everyone would be in the same lunch period, and then now that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, that's kind of a small thing, like I'm not complaining, if it's to keep people safe or whatever. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. Like. You just.
And a lot of like the mega lunch stuff that's going on right now, like even before the whole virus outbreak thing, I did not like mega lunch. Like,
Oh,
That's fine. I used to have in all of my schools before this, and I liked it, honestly.
I mean, I don't mind it, but I feel like it's a little too overwhelming because what people weren't thinking about is lunch lines.
Yeah, because already, like,
There's going to be like a bunch of bad stuff going on during mega lunch because you're gonna.
because the lunch lines already, like, it takes like 10 minutes to get your food, and then lunch is like already like halfway over.
Yeah. My old school had, was it 300 kids throughout like 6th through 12th grade, and like people were not able to get lunch sometimes, just in the regular lunch lines, considering the other people. Like,
Sorry,
Oh.
my sister randomly walked in and said a bunch of times. What were you saying?
people were not, like, in my old school, people were not able to get food in the entirety of lunch, with the entire singular lunch period, which is odd, but, like, no one really brings their lunch there, so...
I'm sorry.
Oh god, okay. So I don't think that it's a good idea, but I think it's an idea that I would be open for, because I do like having a devoted time for lunch, and for everyone, like having it way more organized. I don't know. I might just be one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they did do mega lunch, there would be a lot of problems with it.
Yeah,
But-
especially with the sheer size of the people, like, of the school. Like,
Yeah,
it's a really
because
big school.
They said they were gonna put like more tables and chairs and stuff in the hallways.
Yeah, that
So
doesn't
people
really
can
fix
do-
everything.
That doesn't.
Well, and then
Because-
they were also going to I think they were going to make the lunch period longer too, so people would have more time to get lunch.
Alright.
Wait, okay, like Yeah, sorry again, but like, yeah, like another person came in. What were you saying, like, earlier while we were talking about Mega Lunch? Like,
I don't know.
what was like what were the cons you guys were talking about at Mega Lunch besides the whole
Lunch lines, seating.
God. Yeah.
That's what we had.
Oh, that
So
was it? Okay,
I mean,
then I think
that
I
was
kinda
literally what
figured
you
it.
just said that they had thought out solutions for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I just thought you guys were talking about something else that I missed.
also with the seating in the hallway, I feel like they're gonna have to hire more janitors because you can't trust kids to really keep it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And I
that's
think
all
the
like.
school has like 5 or 6 janitors right now, so they probably won't be able to clean up after like 1,000 kids all over the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
School size is really nuts, honestly.
It's like
Yeah, wait, how many people were at your old school, Tobin?
300 throughout 6th and 12th grade.
Oh, okay.
wow.
Yeah, it was a pretty small school. We only had 1,000 people in the entire city.
Wait, really?
Oh.
Oh, what city was it?
Ridgeway.
Oh.
So when I told you that my family owned restaurant was pretty popular, that doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, that literally sounded like an anime backstory. My family owned a family restaurant in our small town. It was very popular among my friends. Everyone knew everyone.
Oh yeah. By the way, there were 3 people in the city.
Yeah, it was just me, my mom, and my dad. Yeah, we had a family owned restaurant that was very popular.
I swear, everyone went to my restaurant, and oh yeah, did I forget to mention there were 3 people in the city?
Yeah, 1,000 people must have come to my restaurant on the daily. Our city was made up of 5 people.
Hey, overpriced tourist food, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know. What was the restaurant called? Did it have like a snappy name?
Taco Del Nar.
You should have
What
called
is
it
it?
Tobin's Diner.
No, I did not make the restaurant. God. I wonder how family-owned restaurants are doing in the whole pandemic. Like, I haven't
Not-
really looked into that.
There are
Not
these things to like help out small businesses, so I think that's kind of a good idea.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about that actually.
Is in the U.S., it's not very good. Because they don't have a way of keeping larger companies from taking the money, which is a problem. Because there's been like a ton of large companies taking the money. Oh, there's been a
I literally have my final smash.
No, you don't? Okay, hold on.
Wait, what were you saying about the large companies?
They're taking money from small companies, I don't know.
yeah, they're taking money from small companies. And the U.S. doesn't really have a way to regulate that. Just people on Twitter harassing the guys taking the money until they give it
How are
back.
they taking the money? Is
Yeah,
it just like
It's the I don't know like the specifics of it because I don't own a small business. But the U.S. has like a program to give small businesses money so they don't shut down during the pandemic because small businesses are a pretty big part of capitalism,
Yeah.
which is a flawed system, by the way.
yeah?
But yeah, they don't really have a system in place to keep large companies from taking the money from the smaller companies. The only really line of defense they have is people on Twitter complaining about it until the large companies give the money back because they can't take it anymore.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like
yeah.
an example of that like happening with like actual companies? Like, I mean, I know there is probably, but like, do you know one by name?
I don't know one by name. I just heard like little small specs about the entire scenario. But yeah.
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 I probably should know about small companies considering I used to be part of one. Or my family used to. But actually, the small companies there were like the big companies. I don't know. Oh yeah, well, what were any of the notes that you had? Because it feels like we are out of another topic.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's where my notes come in. All right.
Yes,
hang on.
yes.
All right. Actually, yeah, we've covered like a lot of good topics today.
It's because I'm
Yeah,
here.
and yet not enough. Spit us with some more.
It's
Yeah.
because I'm.
Oh, wait.
Guys, come on.
Yeah.
You
Alright.
just went straight through. What? Hold on. I didn't.
Yeah, those pipes work, by the way. Yeah, I just found that out today on the stage. Okay, anyway, so back to my notes here for ideas. I have a lot of ideas that aren't really that related to what we're talking about, so I'm just gonna try to find one that was kind of related that we were talking about. I mean, there's not much. The next thing I have listed is opinions on the Pokemon anime.
I haven't watched all of it, so I have no real key opinion.
Okay.
It's on Netflix,
I mean,
right?
what?
It's on
Not all
Netflix.
of it is like not all of it.
Pokemon. The Pokemon Journey is like the just the current one is on Netflix, but only the first 12 episodes. They're gonna release 12 episodes a month on there.
Oh.
That's actually insanely wild.
Or no, not a month. Every 3 months. Sorry.
Okay, that's definitely
Okay,
more.
that's a little more reasonable.
That's way more.
Do you guys remember what you first thought about the anime when you first saw it? Anyways.
I mean, I was a child. I had no
Well,
comprehension of what
I
was
only-
good.
I always pretty much knew there was a Pokemon anime. Like, I didn't start watching it until I binged the Indigo League like a little while ago. I didn't finish it yet, but I thought it was pretty cool. I did think there was like a lot of filler though, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I live for that stuff, so
I mean,
it's not
the
like.
whole thing is filler, but then there's like filler for the filler. But anyway, then like I kind of like Gen 1. You know, there were some problems with it, but it was classic, you know. And then I'm watching kind of Alola right now, which you know, Sun and Moon. That looks pretty good too. And then
Alola's my favorite.
Alola's really good. I
Yeah.
need to finish it.
Yeah. It's definitely my favorite. I haven't watched all of them. I watched I watched all of Alola, but I haven't watched all of the anime. I watched like the first season, and then X, Y, and Z, and then the 2 Alolan ones.
Yeah. From what you've told me, like Gen 6 is like the best of like the original like.
Yeah, it feels like
anime
one of the. It
like
feels.
Gens 1 through 6.
Yeah. It just feels like all the others. But like, yeah.
Mhm. Oh, hold on, someone else is here.
Gen 6 was good, but I just wasn't really a fan of Gen 6 anime. The games were pretty good, but they felt lacking.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I have not played Gen 6, but I have played Alolan, and that might be where my bias is. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If we're talking about the games, I have like like the games are always different from the anime usually, except for Gen 4. Everyone seemed to like both the Gen 4 anime and the game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Gen
I
4
think it's just because Gen 4 had.
had.
I feel like that's just because people like talking good about Gen 4 because it's about to because they really want it to be, rebooted.
Gen 4 thanks. Also, Gen 4 was actually really good though. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, probably some of the best Pokemon games.
I mean, those are technically Gen 2.
But I mean, they're both pretty good.
Well, no, because they added the feature where Pokemon can follow you. And I hear people like, Let's Go did that. Well, Let's Go is a remake of Kanto. And as you all know, Kanto isn't really that full of a region. Neither is the Sword and Shield.
Fair, the first one. Yeah, Sword and Shield. Oh my gosh. Yeah, are we gonna talk about Sword and Shield now?
Oh boy.
I mean, we already discussed our opinions on it like a little while ago, but we didn't like get them as part of the podcast. So maybe we should just kind of restate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Jack.
I think they're okay games, but they're definitely not the great games that they could have been. Also, a lot of it was rushed and it kind of looks bad, but not all of it looks bad. Some of the parts look good.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the case with like pretty much every Nintendo game. There's at
Yeah.
least some part where it like looks good.
Yeah, okay. Almost every like modern Nintendo game has some kind of drawback except for Super Mario Odyssey.
I don't know. I feel like the amount of moons in Super Mario Odyssey does kind of like because like half of them are like just thoughtless moons, just like oh yeah, they're just placed here, or like.
Well, those are supposed to be the easy moons that you get at the start of the game, so they're not that hard.
I know, but like looking up pictures or whatever, or just finding a random place in the ground and then
Yeah, I do
using
feel
that.
like some of them are a little weird. Like before you find this specific one, you have to find this little weird picture that's on this specific wall in the Metro Kingdom, and then you have to use some weird 500 IQ brain decoding mechanism to figure out where it is. and then you have to ground pound where it is. Like,
Also,
I'm
one
pretty sure everyone finds these
thing I
by
wasn't
looking
a fan
at
of in Odyssey is the lack of characters you can play as, because you can only play as Mario. And although they did have really good customization, I would have liked like a Luigi or a Wario or maybe even Yoshi.
I mean, to be
Yeah,
fair,
where's my
it's not
player
really-
2?
I mean, to be fair, it's not really a party game. It's just more of a one-person platformer.
Oh.
Well,
Okay,
yeah, but
well.
in Mario 64 like DS, they had 4 characters you can play
Well,
as. with all, like,
I never had that game, so I don't know.
Oh, so it doesn't count. Oh, I see how it is. It's not a party
I'm
game
just saying,
because.
like, I don't really have an opinion on that because I don't have
Alright.
it.
You know what is an underrated Super Mario Mario 3D platformer?
Yeah.
The what is it called? The World 3D World.
3D
Super Mario
World?
3D?
Yeah, that's like my
underrated.
Yeah.
that's my second
That
one. Wait,
Yeah,
is it
from
not-
what I've seen, that looks like the visuals at least look really good.
Yeah, the lighting engine was a little weird sometimes. Like the Savannah that they tried to make all pretty with the lighting engine, it just didn't work out really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they had. I remember they had this like open world sort of level where it felt like it was inspired by an open world theme. But the problem with it was you couldn't move the camera, so the camera was really wonky at
Yeah,
times.
the problem with advertising your game as having an open world part of it is that it always feels lacking when you're not.
Yeah, that's the thing with Sword and Shield too.
Yeah, I guess we'll just bring it back to Sword and Shield then, yeah. The wild area, like, it was a good
Ew.
idea
It
conceptually.
was a good idea,
but
but the wild
it
area is
just
gross, and I would not recommend the wild area to
Yeah.
literally anybody.
Yeah, because it just looks like, right, you just cross an invisible border, and then the weather goes from, like, sunny to, like, deserty, and, like, just a snap.
Uh-huh.
Like, at least in the DLC, I forgot what it was called, the Isle of Armor, they make it
Shut
better
up,
by,
guy.
like, putting actual borders between the different weather phases. You know, so they make the wild area better in the DLC, but, like, in the base game, like, the wild area really doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
Also, one thing with the DLC is they only let you have following Pokemon in the wild area.
Yeah, like, I don't know why they did that. Like, literally, they had no reason to just do it.
Oh,
there.
they let Pokemon follow you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the
DLC they
DLC.
let Pokemon follow you, but
But
only in.
only in the DLC part, not in the rest of the game.
I wish it was like a DLC ability, but like you could use it anywhere in the game, or at least the
Yeah.
wild area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like a little gripe, like that's not that big of a deal about the Pokemon following you. Like they're so slow. Like when I want my Pokemon to follow me, I don't mean I run and then I see like a little dot in the distance. That's my Pokemon desperately trying to follow me.
And then
Yeah.
disappears and just teleports to you.
Yeah, they're just like really slow. Like half the time I'll just be riding my bike and then they just like plop behind me every few seconds and then I like ride past.
Yeah,
them
like
again.
what if we had like a little like? Is it that hard to put like have like 3 different sizes of
Or
Pokemon?
put like a little bonus seat on our scooter for a Pokemon to ride in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like with a bike upgrade, you could have like small Pokemon on it. You could
Also,
like
yeah, why do they like make you like wear the weird outfit when you're riding the bike?
yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, like why do I change an outfit when I'm riding a bike? Like that's like I don't want to do that.
God.
Also, the outfit was supposed to be kind of weird. It's just the DLC.
Jack just always wins though with sudden death, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't not paid attention to the DLC for Pokemon, obviously, because I don't have it, and I haven't bought it yet, so, I mean...
I think it's good that they're putting the Pokemon slowly back in between this one and the other DLC. So I think if they told people they were gonna do that from the get-go, then like people wouldn't have been so mad about the.
But here's the thing, I think they only started doing that because of the backlash. I don't think their goal was to bring back more Pokemon.
They said it
Actually,
was in
they started
development
making
before
the
the game.
DLC. They started adding in all the other Pokemon before like the game even launched, and it wasn't really influenced by the backlash. So it was always
Yeah,
a
they
plan.
were always gonna do that. But yeah, the only thing is though, like, yeah, I mean, like, I do wish that they could have added another place where you could have gotten those Pokemon without having to buy the DLC to get the area where those Pokemon are in. So so you wouldn't have to buy the DLC to get those Pokemon, unless you trade them.
Yeah, like I wish they even put,
otherwise,
like,
I think it's pretty good.
I wish they put like things in the DLC for like non-DLC players.
Yeah.
Yeah, they added in the new Pokemon, but like at the same time, it's kind of a disappointment if that makes sense, because I didn't have any reason to add in the new Pokemon. Because I'm sure the reception of the game would have been the same with the DLC or without. Because when I think of Sword and Shield, I don't think of the
Yeah,
DLC.
I mean, I do think there would have been a little less backlash and just more people saying, "Oh, this game is mediocre," because it is. Like, unless let's kind of
'Cause
raise
it
up the
is.
deck.
It's mediocre unless it's bad, which it kind of is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it like
I mean,
suffers from the same fate Black and White
The
did with its
reason they said
Pokemon
that they
issue.
weren't gonna be that. Yeah, the reason that they said there weren't going to be like any of the Pokemon like that they didn't put in there was because of the high quality animations. But one, they ended up putting those in anyway, so that didn't even matter. And second of all, there are no high quality animations.
Yeah, the animations are just the same.
Except for maybe the Pokemon camp. But I feel like if you have to like access a little bonus feature to get the high quality animations, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah,
Wait, the
I
thing
think
with Pokemon is pretty much all of them were just in X and Y.
Yeah, I like it's like funny to see how like they're talking about, oh, we're gonna add more animations into the game, but like a lot, like pretty much all of them are just reused, or they feel like they're reused because they are really similar.
Had one to, except for the fact that it was rushed.
They made all of the walking animations in Sun and Moon, and
Yeah,
they
they
had
literally
all
had no reason to change it.
they
They didn't even change it.
They made all of the animations in Sun and Moon, and they also had they had the walking animations in Sun and Moon, and they had like most of the camp animations since X and Y.
And did they reuse those in Pokemon Camp?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know for sure because I haven't really done too much research into the subject, but it's pretty much just them just reusing animation.
Yeah, so that means the only reason they did it was because they were rushed or they were lazy.
I think they might just be lazy. I think that's what it is. I don't know if it's rushed because, like,
also my gripe with it is they say they don't want a big team, but the problem is you're 97 billion something.
They're literally the most successful franchise on Earth in history. Pokemon.
Yes,
They literally have no reason to not put any effort.
yeah, like I feel like the anime is like already very similar to Sun and Moon, so it's not like it's like that much more of a step up. It's like, yeah, sure, they have more.
I feel like the anime literally like is so much better than the Sword and Shield games right now. Literally.
Yeah.
Anime, what in my opinion at least, it's so much better. The anime right now is so much better than the anime in the past. Like the anime in the past followed a very simple plot line. Like, and I'm not gonna say that the anime right now doesn't follow like a really simple plot line, but the expressions, they put a lot more work into the animation.
You can obviously tell. Like the battles are so well done.
Like they started doing that in Sun and Moon as well.
I wouldn't say they put more effort into the animation because it was more high quality, if you know what I'm saying, in the Y and such. But you can tell they're having a lot more fun with it, and that's why.
Yeah, and I don't know, since I've never played any Pokemon games before, like any mainline Pokemon games before Sword and Shield, it was really cool to see like the characters in the game appear on the anime, because I know this probably happened for a lot of people before. It's like a first for me to see like characters from the game in like that I played in an anime that I watched. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even though no, that's not really important to our discussion. I just thought that was a little fun comment.
Oh yeah. Also, the thing with Sword and Shield is that there weren't really any differences between Sword and Shield.
Yeah,
like the only thing was the legendaries, and they made some Pokemon not there. They basically created a problem and sold a solution.
Oh, you can't forget. If you buy Sword or Shield respectively, hey, at least you get a different hairstyle dude at the end.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've always wanted them to just scrap the splitting up part of the Pokemon games and just put it into one unifying cartridge or whatever.
Or at least make it more justified for buying both games.
Yeah, or at least make them different enough that you have different plot lines, both of which are good. Not one that's better, but like both of them are good and interesting.
Yeah, but I think they're just gonna continue to do what they do, because all the collectors, it's basically what it's reaching out to. Like the collectors are always gonna buy this, like the Pokemon games, but all of them. The people who like
Yeah, I do feel like the DLC does kind of like expand on the good parts of the game, so I feel like the DLC is heading in the right direction.
Yeah, but it doesn't improve on the bad parts of the game, and that's my problem
Yeah,
with it.
like the animation. I mean, to be fair, they can't really change a big part of the game, like the animation, even though it is terrible. They can't really change.
My argument with that is they added 200 Pokemon and a bunch of moves and a bunch of new animations.
Yeah, that's fair.
So they should have put at least a little bit of effort into the animations, considering they had a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying they should have been good from the get-go, but I'm just saying they can't really change the animation in the DLC.
yeah. How do you like? I mean, I don't know. I guess you could, but it's like
Besides, like, what if you had like a battle with someone who didn't get the DLC? What would it look like if the animations were
Well,
different?
no. Because even the normal people even like people who didn't pay for the DLC get the 200 Pokemon. So it's just an update for the animations. It's not just a DLC thing.
yeah. I feel like that
yeah.
could go alongside it.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
could
Yeah,
have
I
had.
feel like if they updated the animation, that would be free.
And also, I'm assuming that the Sun or the Sword and Shield team, like the DLC team, isn't really going to do anything in between. Well, of course they're going to be working, but I doubt they're going to be like doing things in between, Sword and Shield and the next mainline release game.
Yeah.
So, like, can they do an animation update, please? Like, because I know animation is a difficult and time-consuming thing, but
I feel like Game Freak literally has the opportunity to make like a really good Pokemon game with great visuals and great design, but they just don't.
Yeah, and that makes me so mad because, like,
Yeah, like literally, we could be sitting on literally the greatest game of the generation now, but we're not.
Yeah. I mean,
my opinion with it is, it's Sword and Shield had the possibility of being such a good game.
And the worst part is, I love the characters in the game. Like, not the game itself, but the characters are great.
Yeah, like a lot of writing is a little cliche sometimes, but the characters generally had good designs.
Yeah,
And-
I like Top, and I like Leon and everyone.
Hop seemed really similar to How.
how? Yeah.
I don't know who How is.
The
Sun and-
protagonist in Sun and Moon.
They're
They're just like nice people in Pokemon. Like you could say that could be the same thing for who is it called? The friend in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Like they're just nice people who don't really serve any purpose besides being a tutorial.
I forgot he existed, the nice guy from Let's Go.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, who could forget him? He's such an essential character.
Yeah, I was even thinking about Let's Go when we were talking about rivals, and I was like, wait, was there a rival in Let's Go? I was like, oh yeah.
Is there a rival in Pokemon Go?
No.
Not really.
I feel like it'd be kind of funny if there was.
I think it's funny. They turned Pokemon Go more into like a social media than just like.
Yeah. Like, I kind of stopped playing Pokemon Go a while ago because I didn't really know how the battling worked, and all I did was, like, catch the same Pokemon every time I went on a walk.
I was in it in like 2017 and I got out really early, so I mean like
I'm level 35 and still kicking. The thing is with Pokemon Go is now they have so many events that you're not just catching the same Pokemon all the time on the walk. I
feel like it's a great time to be a Pokemon Go fan because they're always having like all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah, like why can't Sword and Shield be more like Pokemon Go? They're putting so much effort into Pokemon Go.
Yeah, like
Because
that way
Pokemon
when
Go
they
is selling
make
way
events,
more than
they can have events
Sword
like
and
Animal
Shield.
Crossing.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is one of the biggest sources of revenue, and I think that says something about.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget Pokemon Masters. I thought it was kind of at the start, but like since I've heard like the news about it, I've heard like a lot of people like it and includes like a lot of cool stuff in it, especially like the new Jesse and James event.
I haven't played Pokemon Masters in a while. It just
It's
well,
not
now you can
compatible with my
actually
phone, so
get-
I don't really care about it.
Well, now you can actually get Jesse and James. It was the weekend that you could get Jesse and James in Pokemon Masters was supposed to actually be the same weekend that the Pokemon Coco movie came out, but it didn't because the stuff.
Oh god. I forgot about disjointed smash attacks. Oh boy.
But also they added Jesse and James to Pokemon Go, and that was actually pretty cool to see.
Wait, they did? I never knew that.
Yeah, they did. I was gonna actually message you when because of the Halloween plan. And I was like, oh, Look, they just added Pokemon Go or Pokemon Jesse and James into Go. Isn't that insane?
Yeah. I don't really. I don't think I'm
Smash.
actually for adding them in because I liked how. Yeah, bye bye. I liked how Pokemon Go seemed like it was you were playing Pokemon, but it was like turning real life into Pokemon. Now it just feels like a mainline Pokemon game on your phone. Like you have a professor now. You have like an antagonist team. It's not just like you're fighting. You're catching Pokemon with other people.
Tobin. It's completely different this time. Instead of Team Rocket, it's Team Go Rocket.
I knew.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Team Rainbow Rocket from like Ultra Moon or whatever. Different thing.
They keep adding tons of things to Pokemon Go that are supposed to be like game changers, but I feel like the biggest game changer in Pokemon Go was adding shiny Pokemon. Because when I go out like to an event, the only thing I hear is, "Hey, have you gotten a shiny yet?" "No." "Oh, good luck." And people are just talking about the shinies, like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get my shiny such and such." And I'll admit, it's probably the best part. It's probably my favorite part about the game. And
Okay, you're a shiny hunter, but like sure.
No, the thing is, it's the shinies. They're not rare, but they're still exciting to get in Go because it's like finding them in real life. So
that's kind of fun.
It's like good for people who aren't shiny hunters because you're finding something that's really exciting and rare that you don't get to see normally. But at the same time, anyone can do it, and that's one of my favorite things about it. Because shinies are more mainline now than they were before. When I started shiny hunting, I would say pretty much nobody knew what a shiny Pokemon was.
Yeah. When I heard of a shiny for the first time, like 2 years ago, I had no idea what a shiny was.
Yeah, the first shiny I ever got, I just ran into like a shiny coughing in Sword and Shield.
Yeah. I mean,
What was the first shiny you guys got?
I have not gotten a shiny besides like Chansey and like Magikarp, obviously.
Shout out to Machamps.com, by the way. Huge shout out.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, what do you guys think about Machamps.com? Speaking of Machamps.com, like, do you think it is okay
I
for
refer to it as the joke usually, but I know that some people will use it like legit.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
I don't even know how it works.
I haven't actually really heard about Machamps.com. What is it?
I don't even really know how it works. I just know people can get free shiny Pokemon.
Oh, well, that's been around for a really long time.
I trade. One time I just got a Machamps.com Meow from a surprise trade, which I thought was really funny. I didn't even change the name from Machamps.com. But, I've never seen anyone actually, like, legit use it specifically for one that they want.
Like, or like, kind of like, what I mean is like, are you guys okay with people like getting hacked Pokemon and such like that?
Well, the thing with hacked Pokemon is it's been a thing for a really
but
long
like,
Yeah, I mean, as
obviously.
long as you can't use them in like actual like competitive battles, then I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Because like, what are they gonna do? Admire it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're lying about it, I don't feel like it's that bad.
The thing is, people have been hacking competitive Pokemon for a really long time.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think competitive Pokemon is like up there as in being an actual competitive game. Really, I feel like it's like it could be. Like there is a chance that like a non-zero chance that one day it'll become a pretty big competitive scene. But it's like.
Which would be a good push factor for Game Freak to make a good game.
Like, I feel like Game Freak is definitely more for making Pokemon competitive than Nintendo is for Smash. Which, I mean, that's a good thing, but like, there's not much of an audience for competitive Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming.
I mean, it is kind of the most successful franchise in the world, but yeah, there's not that much of an audience.
I don't know. Just as much as I've heard, I don't really hear that many people bringing it up. Like, there's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because there's always something controversial about Pokemon now.
Maybe it's like with all, I don't know.
Okay. Unpopular Pokemon opinion. Hacked Pokemon are okay. The thing is with hacked Pokemon is what people don't realize is that when people are trying to get in competitive, they're like, oh, I'm going to train this Pokemon by myself and it's going to be so good. what people don't realize is pretty much all competitive Pokemon that you see in those competitive videos are hacked.
Wait,
Not
all
not
of them?
not
I mean, I
all
know
of
not all of them, but like, I didn't know that they were a lot. I thought that there was just maybe like one, but then they like found it out, and then they were like, okay, you can't do that anymore.
Well, no, the thing is, think about, like, they're, of course, like, competitive viable Pokemon, because if they weren't, then people would notice in the competitions. But, the thing with the hacked Pokemon is, hacked Pokemon have been around for a really long time. Like, would you rather Eevee, Ivy, train, like, a Machamp to, like, level 100 and such, and it would take like 7 hours, or would you rather just hack one in and just it'll take like 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point, because the way that they make you train your Pokemon is kind of really time consuming and stuff. I feel like they should probably make that easier.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
Like, even with EXP share, after you get your Pokemon to like level 70 or something, it's really hard to get them to level up.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not really the problem that people really know. I feel like, I don't know, actually maybe it is. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't really keep up with Pokemon as in the competitive scene, so, or just any regards to that.
Oh, by the way, how long is the podcast so far?
An hour? Do you reckon that's good time? Or no?
I think that's good time. Do you guys want to say some closing words?
Okay.